Hello everyone and welcome to the next in our series of daily origami for YouTube. Today we're going to continue looking at some fun traditional origami projects. We're going to make another bird today. We're going to make a pigeon, and this particular design could also be known as a dove too. I think it's kind of funny. I guess I never realized maybe that pigeons and doves were the same thing. But in Japanese we use the exact same word for both. We call them both hato. And then when you have a dove, you just say that it's a white pigeon, basically, is what you're saying. So for this project, I'm going to be using square standard origami paper, a size that's 15 by 15 centimeters. You can use any size you like as long as you make sure that it's a square piece of paper. And then I'll let you guys know the dimensions when I'm finished. So I'll go ahead and put this out of the way. Start with your color side facing down. And we're going to put a couple of creases real quick just so we know where our center is. I'm going to fold in half diagonally here, line up those opposite edges. Come straight down to pinch it there and then smooth it out to each tip. Open it up, do the same thing going the other way too. And I'm going to leave it folded in half here for the second one. Go ahead and have it pointed this way so that that edge is pointing to the right. I'm just going to take this part here, this top flap, and fold it out. Ideally, you want to be folding at about a third of the way here. And if that's something you're not really sure about, you can kind of play around with it. It doesn't have to be exact. One thing you can kind of imagine as you're folding it out here is that the distance that you're folding here is about the same as what's remaining outside. So I'm just going to fold it out like this here. Keep everything lined up with this center crease, and it's really easy to mess this up. So go ahead and turn it over and make sure that those center creases are lined up, and then create your crease underneath that. Now make sure everything will be straight for you. So you get something like this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fold everything in half. Take these bottom flaps here and fold them up straight so that we can create wings, and you just want to come to the point where you're not putting any pressure on that white area down there, right on this side. So fold straight up. Do the same thing on this side too. So I get something that looks like this. And then I'm just going to take, and you can put a lot of flair to this depending on how you do things to kind of adjust stuff, but we're going to make the tail and the beak over here. We'll start off with the beak. It's good to kind of just pinch things as you work, and then you can kind of maneuver things around until you find the angle that you like. I want my diagonal crease to kind of start right where those wings hit, right up there. So I can just sort of pinch there and start and get this mountain crease to just reverse into a valley. And once you can get that kind of going the other way and pinch it together on the inside, you can pull it back until it comes right up to that wing area. And then, like I said, you can kind of adjust, how far you want things to be, how far you want their head to be down, that kind of thing, to kind of get a good angle. There's lots of different ways you could do that. It's all up to you of the angle that you want. Find where you like and crease it off so we get something like this. And then I'm just going to kind of do the same thing over here. I'm going to be creating a crease that comes right up to the wings on this side too. Get things sort of started back here, reversing everything. And then once you get stuff going, again, you can kind of play around with, by just giving a little tug, you can kind of get a different angle for everything. Ideally, you want to try to get this new edge to maybe kind of line up with this white line that you have here. So you can kind of just imagine that as a continuation of that line a little bit. So you get something like this for the kind of tail end there. Now pigeons have nice kind of little flat fan-like tails, so I'm going to make this less pointy, but just taking a little of this and reversing it. You can kind of open things up, look at this kite shape area here, and just fold a little of this in. Kind of bring that flap into the edge and smooth it out so you get more of that kind of shape that we see common with pigeons and doves, and that should give you your finished little bird. For the dimensions for this little guy, let me tell you guys, he's about, from beak to tail feathers, we're looking at about 11 centimeters long. These make such pretty mobiles if you're you know, put a little string through here. You can kind of have them in different colors, you know, for a nursery, for a party, for your office, to put like around a window to catch the breeze. If you have a little bit of air coming through the room, that can be really pretty too. So the height about for the wings, the wingspan there is about 7 centimeters. So it's like about that, not really tall, but that's sort of what that means. So that should give you an idea of the finished dimensions of your pigeon. And that is our finished project for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.